Please practice all the components, otherwise it will be a very difficult, because we're almost done. Packages, scenarios, and everything is done. So the components, we're going to see few more components and other introduction topic of procedures. Okay. So what are the components and everything we have seen? Okay, so these are the components: aggregator component, dataset component, distinct component, expression component, filter component, join, lookup, and everything. So we have seen examples of join, we have seen filter, we have seen expression, we have seen, and we have seen sorter transformation also. Today we will see splitter function and aggregator transformation. Okay, so now, so how to use what is the aggregator function? Let's see first split function. So the splitter. Okay, so I have a tables in my target. In the target database, I have a tables called EMP10 target. EMP10 target is my table, and EMP20 target and EMP30 target. These are the three different tables I have. So in my source schema, I have a single table, employee table. I have a single table with the employee table. What I want to do here is I want to load the data from this EMP table. Okay, I want to load the data from this EMP table into these three tables. So I want to split data from single table employee to multiple tables based on three conditions. Okay, so one way is we can write three different interfaces. So we can write three different interfaces with filters. So one filter for 10, one filter for 20, and one filter for 30. Three transformations, sorry, three mappings with three filters. But it's not required three mappings. In a single mapping, we can split data from multiple tables, source tables, into a multiple target tables. So the split means it splits data from input into multiple tables based on the conditions. Let's see split functionality. Okay, so now I have a table called the sources. From the SCART schema, I have a employee table. Yes, so this employee table data I have to load into three tables. Now here, so three tables: EMP10, EMP20, EMP30. So three different tables. So I can load the data into three different tables. So how can I load the data from employee table to these three tables? So I want to calculate the total salary also. So if you want to calculate the total salary, we need a expression. So I put an expression. Okay, so here I'm adding a total salary. Total salary is a, so I define a calculation. So I need to calculate the total salary. Sorry, these attributes are not required. Okay, total salary. In the expression field, I'm adding a expression. So what expression it is? So the salary plus commission. So NVL of commission comma 0. So now I have a total salary. So now up to here I have a total salary. So now I'm splitting. I want to split data from here to these three into. So now drag these tables here. Split input description is expression. Okay, output connector point. So how many outputs we have here? By default it comes with a 1 second. Okay, here. So the output connector. So I have a two output connectors. So I'm adding a one more connection. Output three connections I have. Okay, so now so the output one, from output one it is going to employee 10, and output 2 is going to employee 20, and output 3 is going to employee 3. So 3 splits. I have a 3 splits. Each split condition is, so the output connector points in the split condition for the first one is, so employee dot department number is equal to 10. So if employee number dot department number is equal to 10, it goes to 10 table. So the second condition is equal to 20. So employee dot department number is equal to 20. To 20. Okay, three conditions. So we need to map. Okay, so map employee number to here. Ename is mapped to ename, and job is mapped to job. MMGR is mapped to MGR. Hire date is mapped to hire date, and salary is mapped to salary, and commission is mapped to commission. Department number is mapped to department number, and total salary from expression is mapped to total salary. Okay, so now similarly I can map to here. So I'm mapping the columns from source to target. Just I'm minimizing that one to make a more room for my map. Employee number is employee number, and ename is ename. Job is job. MGR is MGR. Hire date is hire date. Salary is salary. Commission is commission. Department number is equal to department number. Total salary is equal to total. Sorry. Is equal to total salary. Just I'm checking the mapping is correct or not. Employee number. I'm checking the mapping conditions. Properly mapped or not. Okay. So now I have a employee table and I calculated the total salary. Fine. So that total salary entire information is going to this split. I have a 3 output connector points, output 1, output 2, output 3. So I can give a name. Okay, so this name I'm giving to EMP10 TRG target. Similarly, EMP underscore 20 underscore target. The name, I'm giving a name. Target. So 3. So each one has a split condition. 10, 20, 30. If employee department number is equal to, it goes to 10 table. Employee department 20 is equal to 20. Save it and validate the map. So the validation is completely successful. Next, go to physical and set the knowledge module. See here, 3. All 3. See why it is showing the 3 different transformation, 3 different tables. Each table loads in the parallel to improve the performance. Okay, so here, so loading knowledge module. So LKM to Oracle, and here load knowledge module. LKM to Oracle. So here LKM to Oracle, and the target is, so the integration knowledge module is control append, and this one and control append, and this one and control append with no flow control. I don't want to do a flow control because I don't have a table. Save. I'm saving with this local agent. Flow control is not possible with no keys defined. So flow control, sorry, here it is true. Complete. So if you see the target table, 1 record. If you see this one, 5 records with all department number 20 along with the total salary. If it is 30, that's it. Everybody is clear. So the splitting. So what is the use of the splitter is to split data from input into multiple tables based on the conditions. Each map, each component. This is a component. 1 second. Era Vishnu. Class లో ఉన్నా నేను ఒక హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ లో చేస్తా. క్లాస్ లో ఉన్నా అందుకని. ఓకే ఓకే okay, so I'm splitting the data. I'm calculating the expression salary and I'm splitting the data from here. So I want to split data from this information. Okay, so this data, I'm splitting the data from one table into multiple tables based on a conditions. Everybody is clear, or anybody have any doubts, please? So the splitter component, the purpose of the splitter component is to split data. Okay, yes or no, please?
It's nothing but a filter. It's just acts as a filter, no sir?
it's a filter condition. If it is a filter, we have to create three mappings, right, to load the data into three tables, right? But
Yeah.
so splitting is also a filter condition, but it can redirect the data to three different tables or more.
Okay.
So in the last class we have seen the filter, right?
Yeah.
Filter is only one table. There is no multiple conditions here, right?
Yes, sir. It will stops the undesired qualities of the previous table.
Yes. So it's, see here, the condition is employee dot department number is equal to 30. So what does this mean? So it passes only records where department number is equal to 30 to this table. That's it. So it won't do anything with this other records. We cannot have any. See here, I'm not able to add any other connector point. But here, the splitter, I can split data into any number of output connectors. See right now here. So I can add another condition. Okay. Yes
Okay,
or
sir.
no? So is
Yes, sir.
reminder means. See here, what is the meaning of is reminder is? By marking this connector point as reminders, you will use any defined splitter condition. So the splitter is reminder means, okay, see here, this condition is of no use. So the records which are not satisfied by these two conditions will be moved to this table. So other records, see here, I have a employee dot department number is equal to 10 here. Okay, 10, 20, 30, I'm moving into three tables. What about the rest of the records? Right, it can have a record which is not satisfying the conditions, right? We can have any other number of records. 10 is going to 10, 20 is going to 20, 30 is going to 30. But what about the records which contain say 40 or 50 or 60 or 70? So those will be go to other table. So in that case, we can define it as a else part. So the else means the records which are not satisfied in the split conditions will be moved to the final target table. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? Yes. So now let's see, we are going to see another component, distinct component. Let's see how many tables I have here. for department. Yeah. So I want to load the data department wise count and okay, see sum of salary. Department wise total number of count and sum of salary. I want to find department number wise count. So how many number of employees in each department and what is their sum of salary in each department. So I want to group the data. So whenever you want to calculate the grouping, so we have to use a aggregator transformation, aggregator component. So the aggregator, let's get the employee table first. So I'm getting the employee table. Okay, that's it. Now I want to get the data department wise details. The department wise details. I want to know the department number and the count of employees and the sum of salary. So I don't want all other columns from the employee table. So say attributes. So I cannot delete these attributes. Okay, so now let's see. So I want to calculate the columns only. So right now, so the aggregate transformation. So the aggregate. Okay, so get department number. So this is I want to calculate this one. Department wise group. Okay, department wise group. So I'm adding a new attribute. So emp count numeric 3 and the department here is, so now aggregate functions. I want to see the count. So count of employee number, and so I'm adding a one more attribute, total salary DPT wise total salary. Okay, total salary numeric. To here I have an aggregate function sum. I want to calculate sum of salary. Okay, so now see here department number. I'm trying to map from here to here. Okay, so here to here, which is not possible. Let's see, employee number is, see, it is not possible to map. It is not possible to map because it is a projector component. I cannot directly map. Let's see, department number is mapped here. Okay, so the department number, see, I cannot map employee number to department number. Now let's see what it is going to happen. See, it is not allowing to map. Now let's connect to this. It is not allowing because it is a projector component. Only from this we have to map. As long as I have this one, I cannot map. As long as I have the connection, so now I can map. Oh, I removed an attribute. That's why it's a projector component and a selector component. Selector component can be used anything, but projector component is, it's only one thing only. Aggregate function sum of salary. So here now this sum of salary map to here is mapping. Now this EMP count is mapping to here. So I cannot map from here to here because it is a aggregator component. Either receive the data from here or receive the data from here. We cannot map this one like this. See here, this example. Just I want to show you some map where I mapped multiple component. Okay, I don't have any example here. Okay, that is fine. So we can map from expression example, right? Yeah, see here. See, this is employee target is reading data. See here. So now this employee number is coming from this one. Coming from employee.employee number. See, this employee target, this employee number is receiving mapping from employee.employee number. See here, this one. So the total salary is receiving from this total salary column. This total salary is receiving from this component and all other ones are receiving from this component. So that means this input is receiving data from these two, but here it is not possible. So this target, it receives values from only either this or this one because that is the nature of projector component. So the projector component will remove or bypasses some values. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? Yes. So now let's try to execute this.
Sir,
Yeah, Chapane. Anybody have any doubts?
hello, sir.
Done. Completed successfully. If you see this data, yes, I have 3 records. So 3, 5 employees. But sum of salary is this one is. Let's see, can verify the data in the employee table. So how many employees are there with that department number 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I calculate this 5 salary, 3 plus 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the 11, I can calculate the 12. 12.2, 12,600. 600 plus 700. See here, not exactly same. 12,700 something. 700 something. Because we have like a 35111 and 3500s. Everybody is clear. See, simple aggregator component. So the aggregate means it calculates, it's a group buys the data. Aggregator is nothing but a group by sum of salary or and count of employees by this department number. If you want to group by 2 columns, you can drag this job also. If you job here, so now it calculates group by department number comma job. Everybody is clear? Clear? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I want to load the distinct. So the distinct means I don't want to load the duplicate data. I don't want to load duplicate data. Okay. So now I'm creating a new table in the ODI target. Creating a new table. Create table. Okay. So what is the table I can create? Job, just sample. Okay. Temp underscore job and department number. Job department number. Okay, let's see only the job. Okay, let's see the job only. Just I want to only one column. Job name. I want to have only one column. Only one column. So new column created. We need to reverse engineering that one. Let's close this. So the temp job is newly created. So I'm reverse engineering the table. Now I'm creating a mapping to load. New mapping. Distinct component example. Distinct component. So now the source table is employee table, that is the source, and temp job is my target table. That's it. So now I'm job is directly job is job. Let's see what will happen. Okay, first let's see what will happen if I use this one. So I'm not changing any knowledge modules. Flow control is false. I don't want to do any control on this one. Okay, so now I ran the job. So go to operator and then see. Okay, completed successfully. Let's see how many rows it's loaded into table. How many rows it's loaded into table. So temp job, it's loaded this 11 rows. See here, it's repeated. Column value is repeating, but I don't want to repeat. I want to load only the distinct. Okay, so what can I do? So now I need to use if you want to see the distinct, I can see only distinct operator. So the distinct. What are the columns you want to calculate the distinct? Distinct job. And this job maps to here. So the distinct. So what you want to do? The distinct. So you can have a multiple columns. If you want to load the multiple distinct, you can have multiple columns from here to here. And I cannot map from here to here. It won't allow because it is a projector component. Okay, I cannot allow like this because it is a projector component. Projector component, it receives from this component only. Okay, save this, then run it. Oh, sorry, let's truncate this table first. See here, only 4 times. The data is not repeated. The distinct is to calculate the distinct values. So if you want to load only the distinct values from source to target, if you have a multiple columns distinct, you can have a multiple columns in the distinct operator. So the simple is to load the distinct one. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? So you see here, you can check.
Yes, sir.
We can check the code, what code exactly it's generated here. Okay, it generated the control append, it generated the data, and here. Okay, clear everybody? Yes or no, please? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, sir. So these are the components. So we have some more components to practice it, but the thing is, those are not that much important. It's an important, but I want everybody to practice these components. Okay. So now let's see. I have some diagrams. Just want to show you those diagrams to everyone. So what are the knowledge modules we have? What are the knowledge modules we have?
KL
How many types of knowledge modules
LKM,
we have?
LKM,
7,
6 or 7?
7,
7 type of.
Sure?
KLM, KTM,
How many knowledge modules we have? 6 or 7?
7, sir.
6, right?
E,
Reverse engineering, loading, check, integration, generalizing, and service knowledge module. 6, right? What is the 7th one? 6 knowledge modules. Okay. So now, what is the knowledge module and how it is going to work? Okay, let's see. First, LKM. Oh, yes. Okay. See, what is this LKM stands for? Okay. So the LKM responsibility is to load data from source to staging area $C table. So the LKM responsibility is to load data from source to target staging area. The staging area means, so the LKM loads data into $C table. So what are the types of tables it is going to load? It's going to create $C table, I table, and $C table, I table, and E table. So the LKM responsibility is to load data from these sources into this staging area. So the staging area, the table which creates is $C table. What is going to do? So the LKM joins all the tables on the source and it applies all the rules which we set it to execute on source. See here, whatever mapping, see here we have a job, right? The job column. So the execution hint is the source, staging, and target. Whatever we set the source. Okay, so the mapping are expressions are business rules. Whatever we set it to execute on source, so those will applied during this LKM stage and gets the data and load into $C table. So the $C table will be loaded by LKM. What are the rules it applies? It applies the rules. Rules means it's a condition of a filters or whatever. We can set it as the source execution. So the related to source which executes on the LKM source knowledge module into this one. So this is a small diagram which explains the LKM. Everybody is clear the functionality of LKM? Yes or no, please? Yes or no? సార్ అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా చెప్పండి ఒక్కసారి.
Yes, sir.
Now, so after LKM, so the next step is to IKM. So the IKM responsibility is to load the data from $. See here, $. tables. $. tables get integration. So that means on target table. So it gets the data from $, applies, validates the CKM. CKM means check knowledge module. It validates the check knowledge module and the records whichever failed these constraints. Knowledge modules are the data validations loaded into $. table. So what is the CKM functionality? CKM functionality is to apply the rules, constraints, the database constraints and everything. It applies the rules and the records which failed, those rules will be loaded to $. table. And rules, the transformations are business rules executes on staging and target will applied on the IKM. So once IKM is done, it executes to target table. Okay, so it joins all the $. table, $. to $. table, IKM, result set or IKM. So $. to IKM target or result set to target table. So the data rules will be applied CKM. So the rules failed, the records whichever failed the validation will be loaded to $. tables. This is a IKM. And another IKM description is the same thing. So without any CKM. See here. So this diagram. So the earlier diagram is with CKM. With CKM. But this diagram without CKM. So it gets the data from staging area, applies the rules, executes whatever executed on staging and target, and finally integrate data into target server. Okay, everybody is clear? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And thing is the CKM. CKM has every knowledge module. If you see here physical, okay, in the integration knowledge module, flow control and static control. What is this flow control and what is this static control? Let's see. So the data validation, so the constraints validated using a flow control and a static control. What is this flow control and what is the static control? Let's see. CKM flow control. What is this flow control? Flow control means, the flow control option is, so we have a data on $. table. $. table, so the data whatever available on the $. tables, okay, validated, the data available on $. table validated against constraints on the target table. Flow control, what flow control is doing is, the flow control validates constraints defined on the target database table of the target constraints validated, declarative constraints of the target table validated against the data in the $. table. The validated, so the constraint, the records which are violated, the constraints will be loaded into $. table. So the CKM, the flow control option and the static control option. So the static control option is, okay, let's see here. So here, so the constraints on the target table and validated against $. table. Now here, so CKM. So what the CKM is doing? So in the data server, the static control, the static option. So the static means the constraints on the table. What is this table? It's not a target table. It is a table in your models, the data store here. This is the table, this data constraints. The constraints, if you see here, we have a constraint here. These constraints, whatever constraints we define in the data store, validated against, sorry, this is the CKM target table. See, the declarative constraints against on the table will be validated. So after loading the data, static. The static means not $I table. $I table data not. So the static means, so after finishing the integration, okay, so the declarative constraints validated, and finally data loads into $I table. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear? Flow control, it validates the constraints against $I table data, and the static control option validates the constraint the data against the data store. Everybody is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, please. Now, so the last one is RKM. So the reverse engineering knowledge module. So what type of reverse engineering we have? Supports two types of reverse engineering. Right click the model here. If you open this, see in the reverse engineering we have a standard and customized. So the customized means using a knowledge module, RKM or Aggregate. See here, reverse engineering through a knowledge module. Reverse engineering through a knowledge module is called customized reverse engineering module. So how the reverse engineering module is, so that's a very rare usage, and it's not regular usage, rare usage. See here, so the application are metadata provider. So that means this is the target tables. This is your target database schema. From this schema, RKM gets all the metadata information. So the tables, constant and everything. First, it gets the data into SNP underscore REV underscore XX tables. And these are the set of tables in the repository, ODI work repository. These are the set of tables in the ODI work repository. What is the name? SNP underscore REV underscore XX. XX means it contains the different names. So I'm going to show you this table. See here. See, yes, see here, REV underscore, these are the tables. So the first, the reverse engineering tables. So from this final tables, RKM gets the data into these REV XX tables. Those are called as a staging table. So the example is REV collection, REV column, REV condition, REV condition FFY, okay, joins, join columns and everything. So once this reverse engineering is done, okay, so it loads the data into other final repository tables. So these are the staging, temporary staging tables. See now, once this is done, so it loads into SNP underscore XX repository tables. These are the other repository tables. These are the other repository tables. First it loads from the database RKM. So the reverse engineering and RKM knowledge module will not use in the mappings. RKM will not use in the mappings. RKM will be used only during the import process only. So we can do standard reverse engineering or customized reverse engineering. So the standard reverse engineering, we don't need any knowledge module. For customized reverse engineering, we need a knowledge module. What is that knowledge module? Is RKM, reverse engineering knowledge module. So that reverse engineering knowledge module, it gets the data from these tables and load into SNP underscore REV underscore XX tables. SNP underscore REV. So these are the staging tables related to RKM. So once this is done, so then they using this step, using this ODI open tool, ODI underscore reverse underscore set metadata API, it loads into this final tables. These are the repository tables. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to, do you want that diagrams? Everybody want the diagrams or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Call, sir.
Yes, sir.
అందరికీ అర్థమవుతుందా అండి చెప్పేది? we're almost 80% of the development work is done. అంతా అయిపోయిన తర్వాత వినయ్ గారు చెప్పారు మాకేం అర్థం అవ్వలేదు అనొద్దు. అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా అనేది చెప్పండి. అది ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయటం అనేది నా బాధ్యత అయిపోతుంది. ఇంకా నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ లో అయిపోద్ది మనకి. ఓకే, మనకి ఇంకొన్ని టాపిక్స్ ఏంటో చెప్తాను. ఓకే, సో ద రిమైనింగ్ టాపిక్స్ ఈస్ we have seen the knowledge module description. So we have seen the procedures components, we have seen the components. So the remaining topics is scenarios అయిపోయింది కదండి. how to create a scenario and everything. Everybody remember the scenario, how to create a scenario? Yeah, so the remaining topics is procedures, not PL SQL procedures, and it's ODI procedure, ODI procedures and ODI functions, user functions. That's we will see one example and not too many examples. This is not that much. So ODI procedures and ODI functions, this we will see in the last. After creating ODI procedures, we will see a concept of SCD, slowly changing dimensions. That's we will see one or in one class we can finish changing dimensions. This is very important. Slowly changing dimensions. So ODI procedures, slowly changing dimensions. Okay, for slowly changing dimensions, please study the first class, fact and dimension tables. Please remember that one. So once it is done, so we will see the load plans. Load plans. After that, agents introduction. Agents are not responsible for developer, but I'll show you what are the three different agents and how to create an agent and everything. Not going to show you how to on the administration side, but I'll give you a class on agent. What are the agent and what are the different types and how to execute with the agents. Agents introduction and ODI console. So ODI web application console. On your sandbox, it is not possible to run because it is the sandbox. I will show you from my Windows environment, but please follow carefully for ODI console. Okay, after that, yes. So up to this, these are the 5 topics we are going to finish it. Okay, security profile is there, but it is purely internet.
CDC.
Yeah, CDC కూడా వస్తుందండి. ఇక్కడే వచ్చింది మీకు. Slowly changing dimensions తర్వాత కానీ load plan తర్వాత కానీ CDC వచ్చింది. Let's write it. Okay, CDC. Up to here. How many topics we have here? So 6 topics. We'll finish the 6 topics in the next week. Okay.
Scheduling agents దాని కింద వచ్చిందా సార్? ఏజెంట్స్ కింద
scheduler agents agents వచ్చిందండి. How to schedule a job నేను చూపిస్తాను మీకు ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, ఒక ఏజెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసి how to schedule and everything I'll show you. Okay everybody. ఏజెంట్స్ కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి 2 types of agents ఉంటాయండి. స్టాండ్ అలోన్ ఏజెంట్, స్కెడ్యూలర్ ఏజెంట్. బట్ 12C కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి స్టాండ్ అలోన్ ఏజెంట్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉండదు అనమాట. బట్ ఏజెంట్స్ ఆర్ 3 types of agents ఉంటాయి. స్టాండ్ అలోన్, collocated and J2E agents. Okay, so we'll see this one. CDC also మనకి ఇక్కడ వచ్చింది. ఓకే, ఆ CDC అయిపోయిన తర్వాత లోడ్ ప్లాన్స్ చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. సెక్యూరిటీ ప్రొఫైల్ ఉంది. ఇట్స్ కంప్లీట్లీ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేషన్ రిలేటెడ్ అండి, యూజర్స్ ని క్రియేట్ చేయటం. ఓకే, everybody is clear? So these are the topics we will see. We'll hope we'll finish in the next week. Okay.
Yellow interfaces అంటే ఏంటి సార్?
Yellow interfaces అంటే ODI 12 లో ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉండదండి. yellow interfaces అంటే ODI 12 లో ఉండదు, ODI 11 లో ఉంటుంది. అది కావాలా? అది
ఏం లేదు, నేను రెజ్యూమ్ లో పెట్టిన కవర్ అయ్యావా అని చెక్ చేసుకుంటున్నాను మీతో క్రాస్ చెక్.
ఈ రెజ్యూమేని నేను మాడిఫై చేస్తాను, ఎందుకంటే 11G కి 12G కి మ్యాచ్ అయ్యేటట్టుగా పెట్టాలి కొంచెం. ఎల్లో ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ అనేది మనకి 11 లో వస్తుంది, 12 లో రాదు. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? సో ఆ ఎల్లో ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉండదు అనమాట. అది 11 లో వస్తుంది. ఎల్లో ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అనేది అండి ఇట్స్ నథింగ్ బట్ టెంపరరీ ఇంటర్ఫేస్. మీకు చూపిస్తా అది. ఓకే,
నా రెజ్యూమ్ లో కవర్ అయ్యి 2-3 కొంచెం కవర్ అవ్వలేదు అనిపించింది, అందుకని
మీ
అడిగాను.
రెజ్యూమ్ లో ఉన్న అన్ని కవర్ అవుతాయి. మీరు మొత్తం క్లాస్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత అప్పుడు కవర్ అవ్వకపోతే అప్పుడు అడగండి. ఓకే, అంతకంటే ఎక్కువే కవర్ అవుతాయి. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? నేను మీకు సార్ మీ రెజ్యూమే
ఓకే
ఒకసారి చూస్తాను. సిడిసి కూడా మీ రెజ్యూమేలో ఉంది కదా?
ఉంది సార్.
ఉంది. సో ఎల్లో ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ కూడా ఉంది కదా?
ఉంది సార్.
అదేంటంటే ఎల్లో ఇంటర్ఫేస్ మీరు చేసిన మ్యాపింగ్ ఏంటంటే మీరు ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అన్నారు మీరు, కానీ మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసేది దేని మీద? 12 మీద కదా.
అవును సార్.
ఇప్పుడు మనం క్లాసులన్నీ చేసింది 12 మీద. 12 మీద ఎక్కడన్నా మీరు ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అని అసలు వచ్చిందా? ఓడి రాలేదు కదా.
అందుకే అడిగాను సార్, అసలు ఎప్పుడు వినట్లేదు వర్డ్ కూడా.
ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అనేది ఏంటంటే ఓడిఐ 11 లో ఉంటుంది. ఓడిఐ 12 లోకి వచ్చేప్పటికి ఓడిఐని కంప్లీట్ గా రీడిజైన్ చేసి మ్యాపింగ్ చేశాడు. మీకు ఇంకోటి ఏంటి, ఓడిఐ 11 లో ఒక మ్యాప్ లో ఒక ఇంటర్ఫేస్ లో ఒకటే టార్గెట్ టేబుల్. వీ కెనాట్ లోడ్ ఇంటూ మల్టిపుల్ టేబుల్స్ ఓడిఐ 11 లో. మీకు చూపిస్తా. ఇప్పుడు మనం స్ప్లిట్ లో ఏం చేసాం, ఇక్కడ మల్టిపుల్ టేబుల్స్ వాడావు, రైట్?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఇక్కడ స్ప్లిట్ లో ఏం చేసాము, సింగిల్ మ్యాప్ లో మనకి 3 టేబుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 3 టార్గెట్ టేబుల్స్. కానీ అదే మీరు ఇదే మ్యాప్ 11 లో చెయ్యాలి అంటే యూ నీడ్ టు క్రియేట్ 3 ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్. In one interface it is not possible because in ODI 11 there is no concept of multiple tables in an interface, and so that interface development in 11 also does not contain logical and physical concept. Okay, మీరు 8 years experience పెడతారు కాబట్టి మీకు అది కూడా తెలిసి ఉండాలి. ఇంటర్వ్యూలో స్టిల్ ఇంకా 11 అడుగుతున్నారు ఎక్కువ మందికి. మీకు ఒక క్లాస్ లో గనుక ఒక టైం ఉంటే గనుక నాకు ఆ 11 ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ మన దగ్గర ఉంది, అది కూడా ఉంది, 11 ఉంది, ఓడిఐ 10 కూడా ఉంది. ఓకే, కుదిరితే గనుక నేను మీకు అది చెప్తాను. ఓకే, నాకు కుదిరితే కాదులేండి, చెప్తాను మీకు. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇది 10. ఇక్కడ చూడండి 10 లో డిజైనరు, ఆపరేటరు, టోపాలజీ, సెక్యూరిటీ, నాలుగు టూల్స్. సింగిల్ టూల్ కాదు, అది 4 టూల్స్. అదే 11 లోకి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఓడిఏ స్టూడియో అన్నాడు, ఇది 12, ఈ సింబల్ రెడ్ సింబల్. 11 లోకి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఎల్లో ఉంది, ఇది డిజైనర్ సింబల్. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఓడిఏ స్టూడియో అయిపోయింది, కంప్లీట్ గా డేటా ఇంటిగ్రేషన్. అదే 10 లో వచ్చేటప్పటికి కూడా డిజైనరు, ఏజెంట్, ఆపరేటరు, సెక్యూరిటీ, టోపాలజీ. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద 4 డిఫరెంట్ కాంపోనెంట్స్. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, మీకు అది కూడా చెప్తాను మీకు నేను. ఓకే, ఓకే సార్, బాయ్. మీకు ఏజెంట్స్ మీకు ఇంకా 11 లో క్లియర్ గా అర్థమవుతాయి. ఫస్ట్ 11 లో చెప్పి తర్వాత 12 లో చెప్తాను. ఎందుకంటే ఇంటర్వ్యూలో మీరు 8 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ పెట్టినప్పుడు 8 years ఓడిఐ 12 లో పెట్టరు. ఓడిఐ 12 వచ్చిందే 2 years బ్యాక్. మీకు అర్థమవుతుందా? 8 years నేను ఓడిఐ 12 లో పెట్టామని మీరు ఒకవేళ ఇంటర్వ్యూలో నోరు జారారు అంటే వెండర్కి దట్స్ ఇట్, మీ రెజ్యూమే అందరితో ఆగిపోద్ది. ఓకే, ఎందుకంటే అది ఇది కదా,
ఈ మధ్య 2012 లో అనుకుంటా సార్ వచ్చింది.
అవును, 2 years అవుతుంది అంతే, 2-3 years అవుతుంది అంతే అది వచ్చి. అందుకని మీరు కొంచెం జాగ్రత్తగా చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, ఓడిఐ ఎస్, ఓడిఐ 12, 11 ఓడిఐ రిపాజిటరీ ఉంది, నేను ఆల్రెడీ క్రియేట్ చేశాను రిపాజిటరీ. ఎస్, చెప్తాను. ఓకే, ఓకే, సీ యూ ఆన్ మండే. నో క్లాస్, రేపు క్లాస్ లేదండి, మండే. ఇంకోటి చెప్తున్నాను సార్, ఈ రోజు చెప్పినవి కంప్లీట్ గా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి ప్లీజ్. మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ సరిగా చేయట్లా. ఓకే, that's very important. Please practice it all the components, otherwise it will be very very difficult. Okay,
sir.
Okay sir, see you in next class. Please practice it. Srikar garu, Sachin garu, Rohit garu, Devendra garu, please practice it.